From the college basketball flagrant foul to the NBA flagrant foul, and this one pains me to do this. For those of you who are watching on YouTube, you see the logo on the screen. Those of you who are listening to the audio version, this flagrant foul from the NBA comes to the one only Milwaukee Bucks. Now, those of you who might be looking around, looking at whoever you're listening to with, or looking at the mirror or whatever it is, like, why is the playmaker doing a flagrant foul on the Milwaukee Bucks, who currently sits third in the East at 26-14? It's a very good question. Very good question. Currently, even though this says 25-14 on the screen, this is actually 26-14 because they did beat the Knicks yesterday, and I will get to that in a minute. The 19th in points per game at 112.4. Number one in rebounding at 49.3, basically 50 rebounds a game. 18th in assists at 24.5. And ninth in opponents' points per game at a 111.2. Nevertheless, you're still probably asking yourself, why is he giving them a flagrant foul, ladies and gentlemen? Before last night, before they played the Knicks, as you can see, Giannis Antetokounmpo number, who is a MVP candidate, 32 points a game, averaging 11.8 rebounds a game, giving you 5 assists per game. So you're talking 32, 12, and 5 a game from Giannis Antetokounmpo, which is the reason why he's in the running for MVP along with Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, Kevin Durant, and maybe Joel Embiid. Nevertheless, as you can look here, I picked the Milwaukee Bucks to get to the Eastern Conference Final to go out against the Boston Celtics. By the way, the Boston Celtics are number one in the East at 29-12. Right behind them is the Brooklyn Nets at 27-13. Okay, and then it's the Milwaukee Bucks, who have a half a game lead on the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are 26-15. Right, the Bucks are 26-14. That's what we are right now. But I picked the Milwaukee Bucks to make it to the East Conference. Not only did I pick the Milwaukee Bucks to get to the East Conference, I picked them to beat the Boston Celtics to get to the NBA Finals against the LA Clippers, which is the reason why if the Clippers don't turn things around, they'll be getting a flagrant foul very soon. As of right now, they might be getting it quicker than you think with their despicable play that they have been showing. So, why? Why is the team that's have lost 6 in a row currently and are at 500 is not getting the flagrant foul this episode, but the other team who is 26-14 is getting the flagrant foul this time? Well, that's because they haven't been playing good ball lately. As you can see here, you don't see the Knicks on here, but we'll get to that game in a minute. You beat the New Orleans Pelicans back on the 19th of December. Then from there, at Cleveland, at Brooklyn, at Boston, and at Chicago, all L's, all losses. Before you beat Minnesota at home, and then Washington comes in there and blows the doors off you. Then you return the favor against Washington before Toronto beat you, and then Charlotte comes into Milwaukee, and then they beat you by 30. I want y'all to understand the flagrant foul here. You lose to Cleveland, understandable. You lost by 8. You get your doors beat off you by the Brooklyn Nets, part of that 12-game win streak that they had by 18. From there, on Christmas Day, you get the doors blown off you again by Boston, in Boston, 5 p.m. right across when the Los Angeles Rams decided to border those off the Denver Broncos. That was happening at the same time. Then you go to Chicago and you get beat. Then you get the doors blown off you New Year's Day by the Washington Wizards. And then on the 6th, the Charlotte Hornets beat the doors off you at home. Okay. Now, I'm going to continue. This is what happened last night, ladies and gentlemen. This is last night. This is how they got to 26-14. 111-107 win at Madison Square Garden over the New York Knicks. Bucks come from 17 down, stop Knicks 4-game win streak. Giannis Antetokounmpo could feel the Bucks playing with more energy and could sense a shift in their confidence on their three-point shots. This is what was said last night. Speaking of that game, Jalen Brunson went for 44.7 and 4, but it wasn't enough. Mr. Giannis, 22, 10, and 5. Okay. 10 points less than his average, but 2 rebounds less than his average, but you get the point. So the shooting was terrible in this game last night. Milwaukee shot 43.8% from the field. New York shot 38% from the field. 3-point range was no better. Milwaukee 38% from the field. New York 26.8% from the field, and it's on your own building. It's in Madison Square Garden. Free throws were terrible for Milwaukee, only 78% from the strike, while New York hit 91% from the charity strike. Milwaukee had 27 assists, and New York only had 16. Rebounds was even, fast break points was even. So, yeah, good job. You got yourself on a winning track. Nevertheless, this game right here was the ultimate decision of me doing the flagrant foul on either the Clippers or the Bucks. I could have did both, but I know how to get Georgetown in there. 138 to 109 in Milwaukee against a 11-29 Charlotte Hornets team. Now 11-30 because they lost their last game. Let me see who gave them their last loss. The Indiana Pacers. Okay. The Charlotte Hornets, as you those who are watching on YouTube, dropped 51 points in the first quarter in Milwaukee. 51 points in the first quarter. They scored 84 in the first half. This game was over before it even started, just like the way Georgia had the game won before it even started against TCU last night. Okay? So Charlotte did what Georgia did to TCU. Charlotte did that to Milwaukee, and that was days before it. It was back on the 6th when this happened. This was 3 days before the national championship game. By the way, Milwaukee's at home. This is in Wisconsin. This is not in North Carolina. This was in Wisconsin, by the way. Okay? Shout out to Jay Spivey, who goes on Snowman in the morning every Monday. He's in the Carolina area. I wish I could talk to him about this game because it was just one of them games that blows my mind. Nevertheless, Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo against that very Hornets team. 9 points. 2 from 7 from the field. That comes out to 28.6% from the field. 4 rebounds. He was a minus 21 and a plus minus in 22 minutes played. 22 minutes played. You telling me one of the worst teams in the goddamn league. One of the worst teams in the league. Outside of Houston, San Antonio, Detroit, and Orlando. The Charlotte Hornets can beat you like this. And the main guy of the Milwaukee Bucks can only give me 9 points, can take only 7 shots, can grab me only 4 rebounds, and be a minus 21. This is why a flagrant foul has been given to the Milwaukee Bucks. This pathetic performance here against a Charlotte Hornets team that nobody gives a crap about can do this to you. I'm stunned and amazed. Now, part of the reason why the Milwaukee Bucks do struggle from time to time is because this guy right here, Chris Middleton. The Milwaukee Bucks have played, at this moment this was 39 games, they have played a total of 40 games here. And of those 40 games, Chris Middleton has only played 9. Thus, he has missed 30 plus games this season. Nevertheless, Milwaukee still is within the top 3 of the NBA in the East. Okay, they still have a chance for the top spot of the East. Now, but the problem is you will need Chris Middleton because Giannis can't do it by himself. Jrue Holiday, he wants to have his games when he wants to have his games. Just like last night against New York Knicks when he helped bringing the Bucks back from down 17 to win that game. We don't get that consistently from Drew Holiday. We know what we getting from Giannis. We gonna know we get from Giannis. Bobby Portis, he has those games every now and then. Brook Lopez, he has those games every now and then. But you're gonna need Chris Middleton back. You're gonna need him back. You're gonna need him back playing with the team so the team can get it back in a rhythm with Chris Middleton. But the fact that he has missed 30 plus games already is not a good sign for my Milwaukee Bucks. Because I got them going to the finals. Nevertheless, hopefully they will get it together. They'll turn around and they'll handle business like I know they can. But as of right now, because I am a fair-minded guy, I have to do this to the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, like I say, you just beat the Knicks. Tomorrow, you face the Atlanta Hawks. Be prepared. Okay, that's the beginning of the 4-game winning streak. You started off good. You went into Madison Square Garden. You took care of them. Now you got to go to State Farm Arena and take care of the Atlanta Hawks before you have back-to-back games with the Miami Heat. Before you come back home, you face Indiana and Toronto. Before you go on the road against Cleveland again and a woeful Detroit team. Before you face off against Kill Jokers and the Denver Nuggets. The Indiana Pacers again. Before you see Zion Williamson and those Charlotte Hornets come back to Milwaukee. Maybe this time by the end of the month when the Charlotte Hornets return to visit back to Milwaukee, that you'll give them the beating that they so richly deserve. Okay? So how you started the month is how I want you to end the month. You started the month getting your ass whooped. I want you to end the month giving out ass whoopings, okay? Can you do that for me? But as of right now, our flagrant foul is on the Milwaukee Bucks.